Alrighty. Day 2. Deadlift day. I got the tripod this time. Let's see. What the fuck does it turn on? Yeah, let's see how this goes. Bit of a strange one. I don't know, but I don't want to keep that light on, because you can see me. Yeah, I'll keep it on. Okay. Yeah, deadlift day. We'll have to see how this one goes. I got, last time I did deadlifts, I did, I think 140 for reps, but I can't remember. This time, I always want to push for a PR, and you know, I probably shouldn't, right? But this time I kind of want to. The chest video went up today. Being the popular person I am, that probably did really well. If not, I don't really care. I had a good time watching it. I was like having a good time watching myself back. I was like I was quite funny to be fair. But yeah, no, so today I've got a tripod. Not really sure I'm going to use it. If it's quiet in there, I might try to see if I can like talk and like explain what I'm doing. I'll be really like descriptive and shit. Other than that, set as go for another, just for a back day of that. Biceps, if I can, I want to do abs too, because I want to get my lower abs to pop out a bit more. What else? Yeah, no, I think we've got a pretty good day ahead. Kind of ate well. I like distance. I like to train hungry, but obviously I'm not hungry right now. But hopefully with due time I will be hungry. Yeah, it's quite late, so hopefully it should be quiet in there. And I can just like, you know, pull as much weight as I fucking want. Not like people in there would stop me pulling from heavier weights. I do that. Yeah, watching back my like chest video, there was a couple like editing things in there. I was like, what is that? Because like at one point I was doing my 2 bench sets and they just weren't even. There was just nothing, no sound going on. Yeah, I think about like maybe getting a microphone and doing like mic'd up talks during it. But that's only something I'd consider in like a month or something. I don't know. Just realistically, how long I'm gonna keep this up for. But yeah, no, it should be a good day. Just took a shit ton of pre-workout, so you know, hopefully it goes well. Time to get hype as fuck. I don't really like sit there and start getting like really hype. I like to more. And we're just gonna like tune into villain era. Fucking. Nah, it's just. Hang on, what do you say about this? I wonder what like the general like average person listens to at the gym. Because I feel like the music I listen to is pretty like specific to like TikTok edits and shit. But I'm sure not everyone listens to shit. But it's so hype though. This ain't really that hype. I need to get hype, bro. I want an old Japanese car so bad, or just like, or a GT86, just something that has a big boy exhaust. So while I'm like talking to the thing, I could just be like, oh, hang on a minute, drop a gear and just you know, just terrorize the streets doing 30 mile an hour, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need to be him, man. I need to at least be that guy. But this will do. The only thing I'm looking at really forward to using my tripod for is for when I do rows on the machine. like finally get a good angle of my back, hopefully. If there's no one in there, I want to like take my top off and see how my back contracts when I pull. It depends really how many people are in there. That's kind of the main thing. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be a nuisance or anything in there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no. I had so much more to talk about last time I've done this. Now I'm just kind of like being chilling. I should probably like, you know, it's probably not a lot for me to use. Oh, I need to find my favourite one. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Alright. It's time to get. Ooh! I start like barking at myself. Also, if I had a fast car, then I could imagine myself driving really fast to the gym and just get that adrenaline rush, you know what I'm saying? This is just shit though.
Trava você, tá na volta da pica, volta da ponta da ponta da pica. Trava você, tá na volta da pica. Trava você, trava você, trava você. Trava você, trava você, trava você. Toma, 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 toma na buceta. Levanta a mão, tu quem gosta de bucetão. Enfia no bucetão, enfia no bucetão, enfia no bucetão. Come pererequinha, come pererequinha. Eu vou comer novinha, hoje eu vou comer novinha, hoje eu vou comer novinha. E vai lá pra mim, come pererequinha, enfia no bucetão. Come novinha, come pererequinha.
I wish I had a really loud clap, bro. I've got like such little hands, so I can't like have like a really fucking like bassy clap. I've just got fucking pussy clap. Come on. Oh, what is that? Oh. The thing that does get me hyped though is on the day I do compete and sorry, I had to like concentrate because roads. Yeah, the day I compete, I have this really sick idea of what I want to do with my like powerlifting belt, which we'll see on the day. But yeah, I could just imagine like going on the stage. Imagine like contending for top 3 overall today. And I'm on my like final deadlift attempt and you just look into the crowd and like everyone's there, like, or not everyone, I can't remember if that many people there probably there. But I say there's like my mum, my dad, like some of like, my best friends and just like people I'm really close with, and they're just like looking back at me and I just have to like lift the earth from the floor beneath me. And I pull that lift and I lock it out. Bro, I'm getting I've got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. I just imagine that gold medal, man. I don't think you get medals or trophies. I'm not really sure. I'm not even like. I don't know if I'm quite a lot of trophies and that. It's what I prefer more to the trophies is just like the surge. Like when I used to win karting, and I used to. I still win. Come on. I'm sick. Oh fuck. Yeah, and I crossed that line and all the hard work of the day has been done and you won. You were better than everyone that day. Bro, that testosterone, give me more of it. Jesus, just surge it into my fucking veins. Just get so hyped. I wish I like, when I was like frequently winning like a few years back, like almost like most weekends I'd win. I wish I had like, I used to film it inside my camera. I wish I had all them filmings on my helmet when I won. The cheers that had come out of my helmet when I won. It was like, different that I could I fucking like celebrate by hitting my chest. I'd hit that shit so hard, but the adrenaline just like stopped the pain. I was just like, oh, you'll never understand. Unless you like, a lot of people that probably watch this are probably like from my karting space. Bro, that feeling when you win. And I know people that compete on an international level. Some people like race for England. I couldn't imagine what it's like to like win and you've just won for your country. Imagine. I don't know how good my body is for competing, but the light's not getting any greener, buddy. Come on. Sorry. It was just a green light, and my man thought he'd have a picnic in front of it. Yeah, no, that surge is crazy. Yeah, one more about. Oh no. But yeah, just thoughts winning in front of everyone. But like, I'm so easily motivated. Like, if I see a TikTok and it's like some shitty like TikTok where it's like, make your mum proud. I'm sitting there like borderline like tearing up. I'm like, I gotta go do it. And then I come to the gym and I foul at 80 kg bench. That's kind of embarrassing. Go on, bro. You can go. See, I let people out. I'm that much of a fucking good guy. Alright. It's time to get high. Alright. So I started off with some warm-ups before I did deadlifts. And then just straight away I was just immediately feeling weak. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't think I necessarily felt weak. It was just my lower back was immediately compensating for all of my lifts, and it just, I just couldn't activate my lats to start pulling with them. I couldn't hinge at the hips. I couldn't squat into it a bit. It felt really uncomfortable. So these deadlifts here are just literally all I could do. I wanted to push for like 140, 150. Realistically, I wanted to push for 160. But just from the strain I had from just pulling 100, like, this should be a warm-up weight for me by now, and I just weren't feeling it. I couldn't tell what I was lacking in my diet that day. Maybe it was like sugar, maybe it was like electrolytes. I don't know. I just feel dizzy as soon as I stood up. And I had my man next to me, he was deadlifting so much. I just wanted to talk to him. I was like, gonna say like, damn, he's like, you're strong. I was like, I don't know, just trying to make conversation with him, but I just couldn't catch that kind of eye contact trying to talk to him. He probably thought I was bare weird at looking at him. I was like, but respectfully, I'm just trying to hold eye contact, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it's 130. There's a 25 plate, a 15 plate, a 10 plate. I used a calculator to figure it out because I had like gym brain. I couldn't work out what it actually was. Yeah. Right, so the next movement was lat pull downs, and these I actually find just like recently I've had some really good activation on my back grip. I could really like contract my back, but I don't know, I feel like I always look funny doing these, like my arms are just long or something. But yeah, no, I was kind of felt strong on these, unironically considering fucking deadlifts didn't go so well. Yeah, with these I like to literally just try not to move my shoulders too much. Just like pull as much as I can with my lats, obviously. But I know, like when I first started, I was just putting down with my hands. So I probably lost out on a lot of like beginner games, just like putting down my hands. Like literally just hold the ball and just try and use your mind to connect to your back to like drag it down. Oh, here's a front shot of me, so you can see everything. So some people say not to sway. I think it's a bit of I feel like you should have a few sets where you don't sway, but then if you're struggling for the last few reps, just like really trying to put it with momentum. Here I just did a drop set, kind of preferred that. I've been liking drop sets recently, but sometimes they're not so great. try some rows now. We used to in my gym we used to have this different attachment, and I used to get the most insane contraction in my back with that, and now it's just gone. And there's a new one, and I just don't like that one at all. It's kind of annoying. I just can't really retract it. But with these, you can keep your elbows in, and it will activate a different part if you also flare your elbows out a bit more. I prefer to have my elbows out because I think it focuses on the mid part of my back, as that's what I think's lacking in me, my mid back and my lower back. And then now some single arm lat pulls. I quite like these if they're going from above, going down. But I had already done like some stuff on that machine, so I thought I'd try and switch it up a bit. Try some variation. These I kind of find a bit harder to pull with, just from the angle. And the other one I like that kneel down and pull straight down. That's probably what gives me the best contraction.
I feel like a lot of people out there, they might not be confident in themselves and they might not feel the best about themselves, and you know, whatever they do, it seems like it's not working out and they're overall just depressed, and it's like, you know, that's such a hard thing to go through. And I think the biggest thing is having a purpose and having a goal in mind. If you don't have a goal, it's very easy to be depressed. You start working towards that goal and that depression is there, it's gonna start going away because you're so occupied on just achieving something. Literally, just stop being a lazy fuck and get the fuck up. Like, get your ass up and be the fucking man or woman that you want to fucking be. Because if you're not doing that, then what the fuck is the point in living life? The point in living life is living a fulfilled life. That's all we know how to do. We don't know what comes after that. So all we know is while you're here, you have to live a fulfilled life that you are happy, you are proud of. And sitting around and not doing shit about your unhappiness is not living a fulfilled life. Get the fuck up and go!
Just make him bigger because they're just quite lacking. So I'm just trying to massively grow them. So yeah, I don't see none of these comments like, oh, you got shit form in that. I know, alright? I know.
You're a problem, causing everything looks different with my head underwater. I can't be caught slipping with you, I can never stop it. Baby, I'm a victim, you're a problem, causing. I'm not what you want. Let's see what you said when you cut me off. Toxic, you act like it's my fault. Toxic, you act like it's my fault. You don't wanna solve them. You just wanna cause them. Blame it on me. I guess everything's my fault. Put my phone on D&D when I see you call. You were everything I want. Now I'm dealing with the problems that you cause. Devil's daughter, keep me bothered. Waste my time. You're a problem causer. I don't know why I keep you by my side. When you're gone I get withdrawals, and when you need I realize you're a problem causer. Everything looks different with my head underwater. I can't be caught slipping with you, I can never stop it. Maybe I'm a victim, you're a problem causer. I'm not what you want. I sing that you said when you cut me off. Toxic, you act like it's my fault. Toxic, you act like it's my fault.
Alright, I've got no idea how long this vlog's gonna last. If it just randomly cuts out, then it's because my phone keeps saying I've run out of storage despite having like 40 gigabytes left. Yeah, no, that was a pretty good day. Well, it's pretty shit. Good pump, but pretty shit. I went in there trying to go for a deadlift PR, thinking it'd be sick for the whole like content and that. I couldn't hinge at the hips or anything. Like, I was struggling with 130 conventional or sumo. I couldn't pull it. I don't know what was going on. I had like no strength, and when I squatted down, like when I went to like lean into it, nothing happened. Like I just felt like I burned all my energy in like trying to get a deep breath in. It was really weird. So I just spent the rest of the session like blast everything, and then I was like pretty like down. I was like fucking fuming that my deadlift part went so bad. And then I started seeing like the comments coming through from the last one. I was like, oh hey, yo, I'm kind of cool, you know. There's like people saying it was a good video and that. You know, there's people saying rip off Sam Sulek, and I was like, look, I said what I said. I said it's a rip off Sam Sulek type thing. But it's like, I was thinking to myself, like, at the end of the day, I guess that no one has ever sat in a car and filmed himself talking before going into a gym before, so he probably has the copyrights to that. That's kind of my fault, to be fair. But yeah, no. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent session. The pump didn't look too bad. Someone said that my shoulders were unbelievable in one of the comments, and I started wetting myself. I was like, yeah, I feel great. I feel great. Like, do you know what I mean? I feel pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, when I went out, it was like on 100 views or something. And then when I just randomly checked it, it was like had like 9 comments, fucking, and like 200 more views. I was like, shit. Whatever happened at this time, it popped off. Do you know what I mean? I'm thankful for that, I suppose. Yeah, no, it was really weird walking back with a tripod. Like, I literally saw there was like, as people walk past, people just like looking at it, and I'm like, that's a bit peak for me. I'm not gonna lie. And I remember it was a few months ago. I was at a training at a different gym, and I saw someone with a tripod filming. I was like, damn, that's so cool. And but bro was just doing it so like comfortably and so like confidently, and I was like, shit. That's gotta be me for real. Yeah, one day I want to do mic'd up stuff, but I don't know. I felt a bit wigged out when I was like, well, no, it was like everyone was staring at the camera and that, but it was obviously quite like a weird thing, right? Yeah, which made me feel like really like I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of weird. I don't know, like. I was like, worried bothered by it. When I was like really fucked off after Deadlift, I couldn't really give a shit anymore. I was just like, yeah, fuck it, is what it is. Like, I'm just filming me, I'm not filming anyone else or anything. Like, I'm not being weird about it. So yeah, I was kind of alright with it. Yeah, no, I was pretty happy with my session, to be honest. Anything else? Nah, I don't know. Didn't really feel like strong. Like after deadlifts, it was kind of annoying. My back just felt blasted. As soon as I pulled, like my lower back was just compensating for all my movements. So I think I'm not really sure what to do. Like I think I have a very weak like hip area / glutes. That is really weak in comparison to the rest of my body. So basically, I'm just saying I need to get a big ass. But I'm not really sure if I should train. Like I'm not really sure how I should go about training that. Like how do I go about like increasing my deadlift, but I need to increase my accessories so that I stop training deadlift. Like, because there's some times where I just walk in and I feel strong, and today was not one of those days. I'm dying for a drink, but I'm so thirsty. I hope like with the tripod, the posing looks better, because you know I can get like better angles. The lighting was kind of strange, but I'm not sure if it's the way I set the camera. All in all, not bad. I'm happy I recovered it after having quite a shocking opener of deadlifts. So I might use the footage. I filmed another time my deadlifts, but it won't really the rest of the session won't really that great. So I might use the footage from that deadlifts for this. Not really sure how ethical that is. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was kind of happy at the end of it, I suppose. I need a drink. It's almost 1 a.m. Thing is, I was hoping if it was like dead, if it was empty in there, I'd talk to the camera a lot more and just explain what I'm doing. Because someone said it'd be kind of cool if new people see it and kind of explanations and that. And I guess it's right now it's kind of hard for me to explain how to train things better and that, because I'm not doing the movement. I feel like I'm more of when I learn, I'd like to see someone doing it. But I guess with working out, it's kind of the same thing, right? But I guess I could do a pause voiceover and that. The thing I find a lot, especially when I do pushing movements, I shake an absolute ton. With my incline press and that, I feel like if I didn't shake as much, it wouldn't feel as heavy. But then I feel like is it because the weight's a bit too heavy for me? But I can't be stuck at 25 kg dumbbells and a 60 kg bench forever. At what point does my body suddenly just toughen up a bit and man up a bit for real? But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm feeling way more chill in this one. I feel a bit more myself. Kind of had not a lot to talk about at the start. Maybe my energy was just lacking a bit to the start. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. Yeah, I don't know. I've got some more topics to talk about. Depends what people are into. I'm well into cars and racing and that, so I could talk about that. Man, you gotta love that whole YouTuber boxing scene, am I right? But yeah, no, I don't know. That's kind of what to talk about, to be fair. Yeah, no, if there's anything in particular you want to know, learn. I'm not the best, I'm still learning myself, but I guess